Losing a spouse is one of the most devastating experiences in life. After decades of companionship, shared dreams, and mutual support, the sudden silence can be overwhelming. But beyond the emotional toll, a widow or widower also faces a series of important decisions, some financial, some legal, and some practical, that can affect their quality of life for years to come. Unfortunately, during such a vulnerable time, it's easy to make mistakes, sometimes pushed by well-meaning family members, advisors, or even scammers. Below are 5 costly mistakes that people often make after losing a spouse. If you've recently experienced this loss or know someone who has, understanding these pitfalls can help protect your future. 1. Making big financial decisions too soon. In the days and weeks following the death of a spouse, you may be bombarded with decisions. Selling the house, moving closer to family, investing life insurance money, or distributing assets. But one of the most important pieces of advice from financial planners is this: wait. Why it's a mistake. When you're grieving, your judgment is impaired. You may feel pressure to act quickly, especially if others are urging you to make changes. But financial decisions made in haste can lead to long-term regrets. Common examples: selling your home immediately and regretting it later, making risky investments with insurance payouts, giving large financial gifts or loans to children or relatives. What to do instead? Give yourself a buffer, at least 6 months to a year, before making any major financial changes. Put life insurance proceeds or retirement funds into a safe, interest-bearing account. Work with a trusted financial advisor who understands your personal goals and risk tolerance. Most importantly, take time to breathe and adjust emotionally before altering your lifestyle. 2. Not understanding your spouse's financial and legal affairs. In many marriages, one partner handles the finances or legal paperwork. If that partner passes away first, the surviving spouse may be left in the dark, unsure about assets, bills, or even basic account passwords. Why it's a mistake. Failing to understand your spouse's financial footprint can result in unpaid bills, lost accounts, or missed benefits. It can also make you vulnerable to identity theft, fraud, or manipulation by others who know you're unaware of the details. What to do instead? As soon as you're able, gather important documents such as wills and trusts, insurance policies, retirement and investment account statements, titles and deeds, monthly bills and credit card information. Reach out to your spouse's accountant, attorney, or financial advisor if available. If you're overwhelmed, consider hiring a trusted professional to help organize and explain your financial picture. Also, update all legal documents to reflect your current situation. This includes revising your own will, power of attorney, and healthcare proxy forms. 3. Letting others rush you into selling your home. After a spouse dies, many people hear the same advice: you should downsize. While that may be a good idea eventually, making that move too quickly can be emotionally and financially damaging. Why it's a mistake. Your home is more than bricks and mortar. It's your comfort zone, your memory bank, and your safe place. Selling it during a time of grief can compound your trauma. Worse, rushing the sale might mean accepting a low offer or overlooking important details like taxes, moving costs, or community fees. What to do instead? Wait until you've lived through a full year of seasons and holidays before making a decision. This gives you time to reflect on what the home means to you and how well it fits your new lifestyle. Consider questions like: can you manage the upkeep on your own? Are you lonely or still connected to neighbors and friends? Are there safer or more convenient living options nearby? Talk to a real estate expert and possibly a counselor before making a decision. Remember, you don't have to make any permanent changes while emotions are still raw. 4. Falling for scams or being pressured by family. Sadly, older adults, especially recent widows and widowers, are often targeted by scammers. But even well-meaning family members can unintentionally put pressure on you to act against your own best interests. Why it's a mistake. Grief can cloud your judgment. When you're feeling lonely or unsure, you may be more inclined to trust others without asking too many questions. Scammers might pose as government officials, bankers, or new friends. At the same time, adult children may suggest that you transfer assets to them for safekeeping, or guilt you into decisions that benefit them more than you. What to do instead? Never share Social Security numbers, bank account info, or Medicare details over the phone. Don't sign anything you don't fully understand. Get a second opinion from a lawyer, financial planner, or friend you trust before agreeing to major financial or legal decisions. Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Set clear boundaries with family members. Explain that you appreciate their help but will make decisions at your own pace and with proper professional guidance. 5. Neglecting your own health and well-being. When you lose your life partner, it's easy to stop taking care of yourself. Grief can be all-consuming. You might lose interest in eating, stop attending medical appointments, or avoid socializing. But ignoring your own health can lead to a rapid decline, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Why it's a mistake? Your spouse would want you to continue living with purpose and dignity. Failing to care for your own needs not only worsens your grief, but can lead to preventable health problems, isolation, or even depression. What to do instead? Keep up with regular doctor's appointments and medications. Eat balanced meals, even if you're not hungry. Stay active, walk, garden, or join a local exercise class for seniors. Talk to a grief counselor or support group. Reach out to friends, neighbors, or a faith community for connection. You don't need to move on immediately, but you do need to move forward, step by step, in your own time. Bonus tip: don't isolate yourself. Grief often makes people withdraw. While solitude can be healing, long-term isolation can be dangerous. Studies show that loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, dementia, and depression, especially in older adults. Make a conscious effort to stay socially engaged. Join a bereavement support group. Volunteer with a local organization. Take a class or hobby workshop. Connect regularly with family and friends. Even short conversations, shared meals, or community outings can remind you that life still holds moments of joy and connection. In conclusion, losing a spouse changes your world overnight. It's normal to feel lost, overwhelmed, and unsure of what comes next. But it's also a time to be cautious and protective of yourself, emotionally, financially, and physically. By avoiding these 5 costly mistakes, rushing into decisions, staying uninformed about financial matters, prematurely selling your home, falling for scams or pressure, and neglecting your well-being, you give yourself the gift of time and space to heal. And remember, you are not alone. There are professionals, friends, and fellow widows and widowers who've walked this path and can offer support, wisdom, and compassion. Lean on them, take your time, and allow yourself the grace to grieve without guilt, without pressure, and without costly mistakes.